All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back and come on in. I have a rare space animal to show you today. And as always, before we get rolling, get comfortable. If it's morning where you're at, grab that steaming cup of coffee, soothe your throat, or tea, a snack in hand, or if it's afternoon or evening, whatever it is that gets you rolling, gives you some energy, some pep, some caffeine jolt if you need it, or lets you unwind, because this is probably one of the better parts of your day where you can look at some cool stuff that you won't see anywhere else. And agenda free, mind you. We won't preach to you about stuff. We won't talk about any of the divisive topics, mainly, although sometimes I do might want to delve into it. And by the way, if you're a lurker or just kind of, surfing through and you haven't subscribed yet, take a second to do so. We would appreciate it. And you'll find some of the coolest items you'll see anywhere in the world. Just won't see this stuff anywhere else. They're rare and valuable that no one else will show you, but I will. So with that out of the way, today we have this KOS space elephant. And like I said, there isn't all that many tin animals, space animals. There's probably a ton of animals that were made in the 50s and 60s, but not too many spacey ones. And the elephants were particularly rare, especially the silver one, which I have shown, I believe. Now, this is the red version. Wind up, and I don't have a box for this, unfortunately, but I got this out of an auction in Germany. Fairly inexpensive, considering how rare these are. And, I said, let's do a solo. I was even thinking, can I try to find a reproduction box? But there was, I didn't really look, so not that it matters too much, but I like to have the graphics of what it looks like on the depiction, because you wonder, what is an elephant doing in space? Probably assembling an empire like John Carter on Mars, I would imagine. So anyway, here's your logo. And got nice rivet details here, but here's your KO logo, and that's what you're going to look for, even if you have a space dog, to make sure you have an authentic one, because they made a lot of reproduction space dogs. And even when it came to the space dogs, I guess, look, dogs are more popular than elephants. We have them as pets. They made at least 4 space dogs that I'm aware of. They made the red, the silver, the orange battery version, the blue remote battery version, which are both really cool, the battery versions of the dogs. I don't have either of those. I've had the blue one several times. I think I had the orange one too, once beat up without the flying saucer antenna, but no longer. Now this one, though, has something that the dogs don't. These cool tusks. Look at them over here, and they move. Plus the Google eyes, right? Look at it. Back in the 60s, they were doing all those psychotropic drugs and listening to psychedelic rock, so that's why their eyes wigged out like that. Anyway, thank God we don't have chrome tusk collectors like we do ivory tusk collectors, because, we haven't found these stripped of their tusks yet. And here's your key. He's got these white flappy ears. The top of the elephant has this gel where normally you would see a sparking mechanism. And the antenna is probably the on-off switch here, I would imagine. Let's put it down and see what happens when I wind them up. Here's the bottom. Kind of has these concentric wheels, and I think it gives it kind of a wobbly effect, kind of sort of like the space wheel. So it's very nice condition. So let's wind him up. And hopefully he'll do something here to entertain us. Wow, how cool is that trunk? The trunk and the tusks. See, this is why the elephants are way cooler. I'm going to do that one more time. I could pick up the camera, but I'd rather keep the camera stable. You can't win either way. If you pick up the camera, people will be like, oh, it's shaky. Oh, and by the way, look at this cool atom with a rocket logo. That gives it more of the spacey vibe. I'll put him back here. Great actions, huh? Nice wobble, nice movement. Even those eyes, even though it's just through gravity and force, cool toy. So, the only thing, like I said, is missing is the box, but you know what? It's added to my Dr. Dolittle collection of space animals. So, with that, let me know what you think of this cool space elephant. I think they're pretty interesting, and the animations are, I think, a little bit superior to the dog. Although the dog does have the chompy mouth, but something about the tusks to me is a little bit superior. Anyway, if you like it, thumb it up. Don't forget to leave a remark. And as always, I appreciate your time. And again, a quick reminder, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. With that, thanks again, and I will talk to you later.